All right, back for another beer review, and today I'm reviewing yet another beer from Great Notion Brewing, and they're out of Portland, Oregon, and this is their Keep the Fire. So they are calling this a Campfire Stout, and that's because it is an Imperial Stout that is brewed with a Beechwood smoked malt, chocolate rye, and dehydrated marshmallows. Comes in at 11.5% alcohol by volume. No IBUs less than time of review. This can is just under 2 months old, and I want to give a huge thanks and a shout out to a friend of mine and fellow beer tuber, Han, over at Han Yolo Reviews. He hooked this one up recently in a beer mail that included 6 different beers, 3 from Great Notion. I will post a link in the description box to the beer mail unboxing video that I did of all the beers he sent my way, along with a link to his channel. If you haven't checked it out, highly recommend doing so. Han is a good dude, has some really solid content. And if you like sneaker reviews, then definitely check it out. Anyway, yeah, this is another Great Notion beer and a Campfire Stout. So I guess this is kind of a mix of like a, basically like a s'more stout and a smoke stout. Yeah, it smells pretty good. It says it has a touch of smoke and notes of toasted marshmallow and melted chocolate. Cheers to camping and safe fires. Yeah, for sure. Anyway, 11.5%, big boy. I saw Han review this, and I'm pretty sure he really liked it, but he thought it was thin, if I'm remembering correctly. He reviewed quite a few different stouts recently that I watched, and for the most part, they all sounded pretty damn delicious, but I think this one he said was thin. So yeah, anyway, big beer, 11.5% too. Hopefully I don't get all effed up from this. Yeah, so that pours out like motor oil, pitch black when I poured it, probably pitch black on camera. Has about a half finger of a straight up brown colored head. Yeah, I guess you could say mocha, but more like a brown. It's not like a dark brown, just like a mocha brown colored head. Very creamy looking, lots of alcohol legs, looks beautiful in the glass. Let's get a nose. Yeah, definitely smoky. Not overly smoky, but there's like a touch of smoke here. Yeah, a little bit of smoke, a little bit of like dark chocolate. They say melted chocolate. This smells more like a 50-60% cacao bar, a little bittering chocolate. There's a touch of like vanilla probably coming from the marshmallow. I wouldn't say marshmallow exactly. A little bit of caramel, toffee undertones. Yeah, a little bit of molasses, dark fruit. Man, that smoke is nice because I've mentioned this before. I'm not a huge smoked beer guy, but this has subtleties of that smoke. It is an omnipresent character, but it's like underlying as well. Like it's there, but it's never like the predominant note. It's not in your face, but it's a character that like kind of accentuates and carries everything else to at least my nose and the aroma. Yeah, it smells really good. Let's get into it. Cheers, everybody, and thanks again, Han. Oh yeah, this has been out of the fridge for 45 minutes to an hour, so this is appropriate temperature as well. Cheers. That's really nice. First off, you can definitely tell this is a bigger beer. Into the nose and into the nostrils, I'm getting a little bit of like alcohol stringency. Not really on the palate, just weird. It's like through my nostrils, right? First things first, that smoke is there, but again, it's very akin to the nose where it's subtle, it's nuanced, it's on the palate everywhere, but never gets in the way. There is a really nice, now they say melted chocolate for sure. This has a sweeter dark chocolate vibe to it, like a Hershey Special Dark, or maybe a little bit more bitter than that, but there is a sweetness to the chocolate here. I wouldn't say necessarily marshmallow, but there is a vanilla presence here. Hits you midway through the palate. This finishes on the sweet side of things, but there is a lingering smokiness that kind of breaks up the monotony of the sweetness. But it does finish to the sweeter side of things. It's 11.5%. They're brewing it with dehydrated marshmallows, and I just anticipate this being, a sweeter beer, and it is. Also picking up on that rye a little bit. There's like a little spicy rye on the back end as well. I can see what Han is saying about, if I recall correctly, this is a bit thin for 11.5%, but I'd still put this low full body. So like low to medium full body. So it's approaching full, but doesn't quite reach that level. So at 11.5%, probably thin. But for me, I'm okay with that. I don't need this to be some thick, super chewy, Imperial Stout. Again, that is where you can have a different opinion from one person to the next. Of course, we all have different tastes and whatnot. I don't need all my Imperial Stouts to be basically chewy like Paul over at PA Brew News. But I mean, that would be my preference, but I'm okay. I'm not going to knock it because it's slightly thin. Mouthfeel is slightly soft and smooth, not really creamy. There is carbonation here. I think if they would have used lactose perhaps or something, maybe they do, but I don't think they do. Might bump up the creaminess here, or maybe a bunch of oats. Now as I'm drinking on it, that alcohol stringency is kind of subsiding, and this is becoming more of a sweeter, almost slight pastry stout. But it's really easy to drink, and I know that sounds weird after I said the alcohol was in the nose, but it's really easy to drink. Yeah, I'm really digging this. I think this is really good. It's not the best Campfire Stout I've had, and wow, that sounded really stupid, right? Because Campfire Stout isn't technically an actual stout. This isn't the best, like, s'mores smoked. I mean, they're basically going for like a s'more stout, right? Campfire Stout, whatever. A little bit more smoke in this one. It's not the best I've ever had, but it's damn tasty, and I like that you get the nuances and the subtleties of the smoke. It's not too sweet. This isn't sickly sweet. I'm going to be able to finish this can. And it just has a really solid, and it's a cop out, but it's a solid balance. Like nothing gets in the way. It's very cohesive. Very cohesive, Paul. So yeah, I'm really enjoying this. Nothing that's gonna, that blows my mind, might blow yours. Did I just say that? I did. It might blow your mind though, honestly. But for me, it's not. I just think this is really well made and quite tasty. So Keep the Fire from Great Notion. I'm gonna give that a low 4.25 out of 5. I'm gonna 4.2 out of 5. Straight 4.2 out of 5 for Keep the Fire from Great Notion. Really tasty beer. And I'm so happy I get the chance to try some Great Notion. I know Han and I will probably do a trade in the future again, and he's going to hook me up with some Hop 4 Great Notion beers, and I can't wait. So anyway, I appreciate everybody stopping by. Once again, thanks to Han for hooking me up with this one, and until the next one, cheers.